Hey everybody, Doug here. Time to do a 30-card SGC reveal. 5 different decades, 5 different sports, a lot of variety. Hope everybody can take something away from this. I know I learned a lot through doing this. Got to say, the experience with SGC was outstanding. I've got 2 other subs at SGC right now, and this one, I was eager to get it back, and here it is. We're going to take a look at it. Special thanks to Eric at Boca Raton SGC Card Grading Submissions. That's the group sub. You can check it out on Facebook. He does a great job, so be sure to check that out. And again, can't say enough about SGC. Love the experience, love the slabs, the grading, so let's get right into it. A lot of different grades here. Did pretty well, pretty happy overall. The first card I'm going to bring out is the first card that I saw from this batch, and this is a 95-96 Upper Deck Collector's Choice Kevin Garnett rookie. And I had 6 of these, picked out the best 2, tossed them into grade, and here we go. Saw a 10 staring out of the box at me when I first opened it up. So, again, excited to get that. Nice Garnett rookie in a 10. He's going to be going into the Hall of Fame. Well, the induction ceremony will be coming up in the spring. It got postponed. So, really cool card there to kick us off. And, well, Collector's Choice, it wasn't the highest end product out there, but when I got that card, that would have been a pack pull when I was in 5th grade, so the $1.19 a pack price tag was right up my alley at the time and kept the cards in good shape. Whoop, almost showed you the grade. Here's another one of that same Kevin Garnett rookie from 95-96 Collector's Choice and a 9.5. So, again, had 6 of these, picked out what I thought were the best 2 and did pretty well on them. I've got another candidate, and now I've got something to compare the others to see if I want to send any of the other ones. But Hall of Fame player right there, and cool to have a couple of high-graded rookie cards. So what we're going to do here, we're going to go through some modern baseball first. That's a lot of, really the main thing I collect is baseball. We'll go through a lot of the modern stuff. We've got some vintage. The vintage is all hockey in this one. And then we'll have some cool cards, some big cards at the end. Speaking of modern baseball, one of the biggest rookies out of 2020 Series 1 Topps, here's just the base Gavin Lux. And this was kind of an experimental card for me. It looked like a gem to me, so I figured maybe if it looks like a gem to me and it comes back a gem, I've got a little bit of confidence then in my grading eye, and, well, it came back a 10. So did pretty well on that one, like having the Gavin Lux. Should have an elevated role for the Dodgers next season. And speaking of the Dodgers, it's a guy with an MVP under his belt, World Series champions. Here's Cody Bellinger. This is his Bowman Chrome rookie, just the base card, number 27. Came back a 9.5, so pretty happy with that one. Sometimes these can be tough to get a full read on the centering, and of course with Chrome cards, surface always comes into play, but really like the look of this one. Sent it along. I bought these in a lot back earlier in the spring, and I think I bought 5 of those for like $3 a card. So turned one into a 9.5 there, and I'll have to look at the other ones and see if they compare. This next one, a guy I'm pretty high on. This is out of Topps Chrome 2020. This is the Bo Bichette Refractor. So this one, I wasn't sure, I'm not sure always on the Chrome cards. I thought this one could have been a 9. Came back a 9.5, so I was pretty happy with that one. There was a little bit of corner whiteness right here. Not sure if you can see it through your screen. Wasn't sure how much that was going to affect it, but it's a really small bit of corner whiteness, and it's really the only issue, the only defect with this card, if there is one. It was enough to keep it from being a 10, but I'll take the 9.5 on the Bo Bichette Refractor. Nice to have a good high-grade Bo card right there. And here's a guy out of 2020 Topps as well. When I was first opening it, we were going after Bo Bichette, Gavin Lux, Yordan Alvarez. Kyle Lewis might not have been the first guy we were looking for, but he's probably going to win the AL Rookie of the Year. By the time you watch this, he might have already won the AL Rookie of the Year. This is another one of those experimental cards. Thought it looked like a gem, and I am excited to have the Gem Mint 10 Kyle Lewis rookie out of 2020 Topps. So really nice card right there of a guy who's a really talented player. Just Great in the field, too. Kyle Lewis made some spectacular plays. Big reason he's probably going to win that AL Rookie of the Year. And here's another card. This was maybe the biggest one we were looking for when we first started opening up Series 1 Topps in 2020. This is just the base Yordan Alvarez rookie. I thought this was a 9.5/10. Came back a 9.5. What sets it apart from that Lux and Lewis, there's just a little, I don't even want to call it an imperfection because this is a mint plus card. And that's a great thing about the SGC scale. They got the 9.5s, they've got the 8.5s, they have those in-between grades. So cool to see a 9.5 Yordan. I'll take that on the Yordan Alvarez rookie. Cruising right along here, here's another, maybe the biggest rookie out of 2020 Topps, and it came out of Series 2. This is Luis Robert. I've got two more of these at SGC as we speak. I liked those two better than this one, but I still pegged this one to be about a 9.95, and it came back a 9.5. So got to like that in the Luis Robert rookie, and the prices on this card really shot up right out of the gate. It's leveled off a little bit. He was a little bit kind of had a little bit of a slow stretch down the stretch in the season, but all the talent in the world. I'm a big believer in Luis Robert and a big believer in having his cards as well. Speaking of guys, we're going to take home some hardware. And Luis Robert had the gold glove as well in the American League. Speaking of guys, we're going to take home some hardware. This is a Shane Bieber 2018, just the base update series card. The rookie is Shane Bieber. He's going to win the American League Cy Young Award. And I figured this would be a 9.95, and it got a 9.5. So happy with that. And again, love the way the cards look in the black slabs, the tuxes, if you will. So cool to have a Shane Bieber. Not the last time you're going to hear from Shane Bieber during this reveal. This next card, one of the big rookies out of 2019 Topps. I bought a lot of these for 99 cents a card, and I really like the look of a couple of them. I've got another one at SGC as we speak. This is the Eloy Jimenez rookie out of Series 2 Topps from 2019, and it looked good to me. I had it at about a 9.5/10, and it got the Gem Mint 10, so happy to see that out of the Eloy Jimenez card. Talked about Luis Robert, big believer in him, big believer in Jimenez, and just a big believer in the future of the White Sox. Some of the young players they've got there. When you look at Tim Anderson and Giolito on the mound, just a really exciting team that's going to be around for a long time as a contender in the American League. Mentioned Bieber once already. We had the update series. This is the Topps Chrome update rookie from 2018, Shane Bieber. I sent two of these. I'm not sure which one this is. I had them both at about a 9.95 in that neighborhood. This one is the 9.5, so kind of teased what the next one's going to be. But there's a Shane Bieber, nice Topps Chrome update rookie of him in a 9.5, and again, a guy that's probably going to win the American League Cy Young Award. Had an unbelievable season, so Shane Bieber from the Indians. Here's the other one, Topps Chrome Update Shane Bieber, the second one that I submitted in this batch, and this one got a 9. Fun fact, I believe I submitted 11 cards that were produced 2017 to 2020. This was the lowest graded one of those 11 cards, the only 9. The rest were all 9, 5s, and 10s, which gave me some confidence moving forward here. Let's go back a few years, still baseball, but 1990 Leaf, Sammy Sosa rookie on the White Sox in this one. This one and the Frank Thomas and the Larry Walker really driving that 1990 Leaf set that, as far as I'm concerned, from this era, it's just one of the best looking sets that was made in any sport. I thought this card was at least a 9 with a chance to gem. Compared it to my Frank Thomas Leaf that I've got sitting over here someplace. It got a 9. Pretty happy with that. The centering right to left is dead on. Upon further review, I think it was the top to bottom centering that probably made this card a 9 and not a 10. Always found it fun that Sammy Sosa, power hitter, flagship rookie card for him, the main chase rookie card for Sammy Sosa, and he's showing bunt in the photo. Funny how that works. But Sammy Sosa to 9, love that card. This is a card that I've had for upwards of 20 years, so really excited to see it come back in a grade 9 right there. This next card, it's a card that's extremely rare, one of my favorite players. This is really the low point of the order, but I love the card. It's a rare card. I've got the card protected. I knew this card was going to get hammered because there's a surface issue, and you can run into that with any Chrome cards, especially older Chrome cards. This is a 1998 Chrome card, the Bowman Chrome Preview Refractor, Peyton Manning. Peyton's one of my favorite athletes of all time, so regardless of the grade, this thing was really being slabbed just for protection. The card's got great eye appeal, but it just shows you the importance of analyzing the surface. This one got a 6.5. Don't love that, but again, the card's protected forever. It's not going anywhere. Through your computer screens, or however you're watching this, you're probably wondering how'd that card get a 6.5. Well, if you had a magnifying glass, if you were in here in the room with me looking at the card, you'd see there are some pretty noticeable surface imperfections. But again, still one of my favorite cards. It's protected forever, and one of the best quarterbacks of all time right there. So get a look at that one. And here's another great quarterback, one of the best quarterbacks of all time. This is a card I bought single when I was like 13 years old. It's a 1984 John Elway rookie. You can see from looking at the back, the centering is a little rough. The top to bottom centering, holding it this way. It's not very good. And on the front, centering also leaves some to be desired. Other than that, very nice card. I still think this John Elway rookie from 84 Topps is a bargain for anybody looking to pick up a rookie of a Hall of Famer. I'll take the 7.5. That's exactly what I thought this was going to be. I figured it would be in the 7 to 7.5 neighborhood. Really nice looking card. It's an Elway rookie, and really happy to have that. And that's a card that I was going to keep forever anyway, so really excited to have that. And you see we're getting into some older stuff now. We're going to go down the vintage road now, and this is going to be some vintage hockey. And we're going to start with 74-75 Topps. Now what's interesting, it says 69-70 All-Stars on the back. This is a 74-75 card. But it's a Bobby Orr All-Star card. You see the centering is not very good. But a lot of these vintage hockey cards, these are cards that my dad and I got way back in the early to mid-90s, and really wanted to slab them for just protection, long-term preservation purposes. And I think vintage cards just look awesome on the in the SGC slabs, and also SGC really has been at the forefront of grading vintage for a long time. So came back 4.5 largely because of the centering, but it's a Bobby Orr card from the mid-70s. Just happy to have that one. Speaking of hockey legends, let's go back to 1970-71, Mr. Hockey, Gordie Howe. And this one, the centering, a little shaky going this way. You see, top to bottom centering, gets the 5, but still a card with great eye appeal, and that's what you really look for with these vintage cards. And if you can see right there on the tee, there's a little bit of a misprint there, or a little printing error, and I'm not sure if that would have affected it as well, but something to keep an eye on if you're submitting any vintage cards. Obviously, corners, edges, surface are important, and I guess along with surface goes the printing. And there's a little bit of the red missing right there from the T in Detroit. So really nice card regardless. Mr. Hockey, Gordie Howe, coming back a 5. Here's a Bobby Hull card, the Golden Jet. This one of the best card designs of all time, if you ask me. This is 71-72 O-Pee-Chee. The O-Pee-Chee and the Topps, they look the same. But this is the 71-72 O-Pee-Chee Bobby Hull card. Again, great eye appeal. Comes back a 5. There is a surface issue. I'm not sure. If you look really close, you might not be able to see it through your screen once again. Centering is pretty solid, especially side to side, but on his face, there's a little bit of a stain, and I'm not sure if that was from the gum in the pack. You remember the gum was in the packs back then, and a lot of times the gum could affect the condition of the cards as they came out, or who knows what would have happened. But we're talking about nearly a 50-year-old card, and it looks great, and it looks especially great in the SGC slab. So cool to see that one. And here's another Bobby Hull card, the second Bobby Hull card in the order. This one did really well. This is a 6970 Topps Bobby Hull. See, back then you're supposed to put a stamp right there. That would have taken the condition of the card down if somebody stuck a stamp on the card. But this is a 6970 Topps Bobby Hull, and this one did really well. This one pulled a 7.5. So really nice looking card, especially for the era, for vintage. So one of the best players of all time, and a really cool looking Topps card of Bobby Hull. Now we've got 4 straight Wayne Gretzky's. There were more Gretzky's in this batch than any other individual player. This one is from 82-83 O-Pee-Chee. It is the Wayne Gretzky card number 107 in action. You notice the centering on the back, virtually perfect. A lot of these old O-Pee-Chee cards, they had a really hard cut, so you might see some edges that look a little bit jagged. That doesn't really affect the condition of the card. That's nothing that you're really going to need to worry about if you submit any vintage. The centering is the biggest thing with these, the centering and the surface. And this one is great in both departments, and was really happy to see this Wayne Gretzky in action pull an 8.5. Action! There he is, playing against the Blackhawks. 82-83 Gretzky. So really cool card. The color's great. There's really no printing imperfection to speak of with this card. It's the O-Pee-Chee, so obviously a little bit of a premium there, and just a really nice Gretzky card. Any Gretzky card from the 80s is just outstanding. So there's one Gretzky. Here's another one. This is the 83-84 O-Pee-Chee Wayne Gretzky goal leaders card. So it has the 82-83 goal leaders listed on the back. Wayne, only 71. Took it easy on everybody that year, but no, just kidding. His numbers, if you look back at Wayne Gretzky's numbers from the 80s, video game numbers, just absolutely ridiculous stats. And 71 goals, led the league. Lanny McDonald right behind him with 66. But this is a Gretzky goal leader card, an 8.5 for the 83-84 O-Pee-Chee number 215 Wayne Gretzky goal leader. Really nice card. And again, you look at the centerings, pretty solid. A little bit off on what would be the right to left from this vantage point, top to bottom if we put it horizontally like this. But the color on the card's just perfect. No print spots really to speak of. And the surface unblemished. So really nice Gretzky there. These next two, they're the same card. We'll bring them out one at a time. In these grades, these are actually pretty huge cards. So this is from Wayne Gretzky's second year. It's actually, the card serves as the Oilers checklist, which is unchecked. That alone is a little bit of a premium for that era to have an unchecked checklist. But it's the Oilers checklist, but it's also the Oilers team leader card. So who led the Oilers in everything at this point in time? It was Wayne Gretzky. Flip it around. This 80-81 O-Pee-Chee, which is the second year for Gretzky, an 8.5 from SGC on this one. And great centering. Edges are good. Again, the surface really solid there. And just a really nice card. And I'll keep this one out here. Bring it over here with this little handy stand. Graded a second one of these, so we've already seen. They're very similar cards. I knew these two cards would have a shot at a high grade. And I knew one of them was a little better. And I was correct in that assessment. This one pulled a 9. This is a very low pop card. An 80-81 O-Pee-Chee Oilers team leader card featuring Wayne Gretzky in a 9. Second year for Gretzky. His rookie was the 79-80 Topps and O-Pee-Chee. But second year in a 9. 9's a tough grade for this set, or for any set from that era. So thrilled to have both of these cards. I guess if you hold them next to each other, centering's a little bit better on the 9. The edge, this edge right here, Not as good as the one on this card. But still two just beautiful cards of greatest player to ever play the game. So, two gigantic cards right there. Two cards that are very hard to get in that grade. Speaking of cards hard to get in a high grade, this I knew is the best vintage, if you will, that I sent in. Had high hopes for it. I was hoping for an 8, maybe an 8.5. This is a 75-76 Bobby Orr, who was number 100 in just about every top set, I think, as far as the base cards go. But Bobby Orr, number 100, 75-76 tops, late in the career of Bobby Orr, a 9. And that's a pretty low pop card for anything from that set, but especially for this Bobby Orr in particular. So that's an awesome card, and really excited to have that as a part of the collection long term. So cool one there, Bobby Orr. Now we're coming down the stretch. That's all the vintage. Got a mixture of sports here. This next one is a really new card. Joe Burrow, 2020 score. I think he's going to be awesome. He's right over here, too. That's the Bengals team set from Donruss. But Joe Burrow, 2020 score, the LSU version. And this is the black parallel, which was exclusively in the retail gravity feed packs. And as you know, black parallels, black borders can chip pretty easily. So they get to be pretty tough to get in a high grade. This one gemmed. So really excited to have that one. Collected Peyton Manning for a long time, and Joe Burrow might be the next guy that I just try to pool as many cards of early in his career, because I think he's going to be really good. So Joe Burrow and the black parallel score, a 10. This next one was a giveaway, actually, at the 2001 National Sports Collectors Convention in Chicago. I've got 2 more of these at SGC. It's the Tiger Woods 2001 Heroes of Golf promo from the National Convention. 2001 Upper Deck got into the golf card arena, and I had 3 of the Tiger Woods. Thought they all had a chance to gem. This one got a 9.5, so really happy with that. Really nice card. Upper Deck always makes such nice cards, and no different here with this Tiger Woods. Just a really sharp card. And speaking of cards that just look outstanding in the slab from SGC, check that out. Just a cool card. So Tiger in a 9.5. This next card, one of my favorite cards. I've got a couple of these. I've got another one at SGC right now. The one that's still at SGC, I think, is in better shape than this one right here. This is the 89 Upper Deck Griffey rookie. And if you're a 90s kid like me, this has always been one of the crown jewels as far as cards are concerned. This one, I was hoping for an 8, just because I know that all the grading companies are pretty tough on this card. They see a lot of them. Pretty common card to get graded. And the centering is a little bit off, as you can see on the back there. Got an 8. Very happy with that on this card. Just one of the best cards ever. 89 Upper Deck Griffey, number 1. The first Upper Deck set in an 8. Such an iconic card. Ken Griffey Jr. right there. Going through some of my favorite players of all time. We got Griffey. Next up, second Peyton Manning card of the order. This is the base Bowman rookie. You see the top to bottom centering on the back is a little off. So I wasn't expecting a gem, but I got pretty close. This is a big card. Peyton Manning Bowman rookie in a 9.5. Outside of that little centering issue on the back, there's really no other issue that you can pinpoint with this card here. So really nice one there. 2 more left. This next one, also, remember the Garnets that we kicked it off with? Also out of 95-96 Collector's Choice Basketball. Now, 95-96 Collector's Choice, there was a parallel insert called Players Club. You got 1 per pack. There was the parallel insert called Players Club Platinum. You got 1 per box. This playoff time insert is an extremely low pop card in this grade. It's a Michael Jordan number 353. This card got a 10. And with SGC, the pop on this card is low single digits. And at last check, the pop on this card in a PSA 10 was also single digits. And what makes this card even cooler, there aren't many number 45 Michael Jordan cards out there. So any Michael Jordan card in a 10 is awesome, but look at this one here. This is just a really sharp card. And again, Collector's Choice was kind of an entry-level product. And again, when I was 10, 11 years old, I bought a ton of this stuff because it had all the star players in it. It had cool inserts. It had all the rookies in it. And it was like $1 a pack, and you got a lot of cards. So this was one of the best things, obviously, that I pulled out of that. It's a really nice card. Look at the shine on there. Also, common theme here. Looks good in the slab. And the last one, huge Shaquille O'Neal collector. Probably my favorite athlete. And this is his NBA Hoops rookie 92-93, number 442. I thought this card had a shot to gem. The centering is perfect. The surface is perfect. The edges, the corners, everything on this card is perfect. And what makes it awesome, this is a card that I probably bought for $2 at a card show when I was like 9. So to be able to have it graded here in 2020 and have it come back with the Gem Mint label, love that card. I've got a couple other Shaq rookies at SGC, on their way to SGC as we speak. So that's the order. That's card number 30 of 30. Hope everybody enjoyed it. Feel free to post a comment. Follow along on Twitter, at Doug Plagens, DougPlagens. There will be more videos coming up. The next one, I think I'm going to do a little fun with fat packs. Fun with football fat packs. Donruss. Absolute. And one of the hottest things in the universe. 2020 Mosaic Football, which I have been very unlucky opening so far. We're going to get through those in an upcoming video. But thanks, everybody, for being here today. Hopefully you took something away from that. 30 cards from SGC. Can't say enough great things about the experience. Check out the Facebook group as well, Boca Raton SGC card grading submissions, or just go over to SGC's site for more info. But really good experience, and love the cards. Thanks, everybody.